So this is the R19 T-stud. I know it's a really crappy one because it's been thrown around. Actually, this one has sat around for 7 years in the box of my truck. 7 years in the box of the truck. And running this through a UL E84 flame spread test, it'll still turn out the same way. 90% structural capacity left over after 2 high pressure propane leads of propane trying to burn it up. Okay, so it's quite impressive. But why did I invent this? Because I've been through the days of putting R5 foam on the outside of structures, and when you do it wrong, the dew point is in the wrong place. The dew point's on the face of the foam, and you get moisture. You put fiberglass insulation up against it, which allows air to go this way and this way. And then you have this R5 foam sitting outside, so you have this is how bad it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Okay, so you got your R5 foam sitting out there, right? You got your R5 foam sitting on the outside. Okay, I know it's blue. Don't ask. And so then we had to put a vapor barrier on the inside. So what happened then is we ended up with moisture in between the wall. It was the dumbest thing in the planet, because now you got 2 vapor barriers and all the moisture is locked in. Well, moisture has no place to go once you get it there. So because there wasn't enough foam, Clements on 5, 6, and 7, the dew point, you need to be in the foam. You got to have thick enough foam. So I'm always an R10 guy. But I figured out, because I have irons and heaters and all these other things, I literally put a heater on this side of the stud. So this stud, unlike a 2x6, which I can't grab at the moment, so a 2x6 is certified to hold roughly 2,200 pounds on top of it. This is certified to hold 5,600 pounds. Why is that? Well, it's actually certified to hold more than that, but the plate crushes first. So on an SPF plate, it crushes at 3665. On an SYP, Southern Yellow Pine, 4665. And if you do it like a treated plate out of LVL, LSL, 5,665 pounds. So they're certified for 5 stories tall. You want to manufacture these, just send me an email to hello@carbonless.org, and I'll send you to the people who own all this technology. I invented it all, and I'm now retired, but I'll send you over there. But I know I'm just teaching everybody on how I made that. Okay, so you got to make it fast. So this is 2 parallel cords. This is what I made first. The certified R value of this is 19 versus a 2x6, which is 6.8. That's roughly 3 times the R value, because I wanted an effective R value through the wall, because I wanted to get rid of the swing of temperature differential. Just imagine this. You got an R6.8 wood stud in the wall, and then you have an R19 or 21 batt of insulation, and the heat goes through here and the cold goes through here. Well, it's polluting all the insulation that sits next to it. And I don't know, 70% of all walls are done with some sort of a batt insulation, probably fiberglass, up to now, because there's other products coming. And but fiberglass, the challenge with fiberglass is it allows air movement. That's its negative. It allows air movement, which is not the smartest thing in the planet to go do. So you'll see me marketing, and these companies don't pay me. Okay, so that's why this is under a subscription base, because you won't hear this from an insulation company. You're only going to hear it from me. Okay, how did I get this strength up there? A 2x6 is only this way. When I turn this member perpendicular, I stop the ability of that board, a 2x6, to deflect. When you put too much load on it, it's going to deflect this way out of plane. Even an LVL stud deflects the same way under a load. But when I turn that bad boy perpendicular, this is the L shape. It's an uninsulated version, which I'll do this video next. Allows you to do any kind of insulation in here you want. So this is probably half the sales. But you can make the frame on the same machine, and it makes this one, it makes this frame, makes the 7 1/4 frames, all on the same machine. Goes about 70, 80 feet a minute now. We started out at 4 feet a minute. So we come a long way, baby. Okay, so the frame is made fast. Got to make all your own dowels. Got to push them in. It's the same glue as a finger joint. So it's heat resistant, moisture resistant. It's not going anywhere. How you test them is a 4-point bending test. You hold it up on the ends, on both ends, and then you push down at equal distances in here, and you have to test out equal or better than a 2x6. So these are certified for wind load 5, Dade County, Florida, and they're certified for seismic zone F, which is in well, all over California, all the way through Alaska. So there's structures all over Alaska with us, all the way down through California, Washington, Oregon, seismic zones. They love this stuff. Still certified 5 stories tall. And okay, so energy efficiency wise, you get a thermal break through the wall. And so that's really nice and fun to look at. Use whatever insulation you want in the cavity. This gets made with a pour foam, not a spray foam. So a pour foam has no VOC discharge, by the way. And so you run your frame through a machine. The same machine makes the worm stud, by the way. So you can make the whole entire ensemble if you want to become a manufacturer. Just send me an email, hello@carbonless.org, and we'll get you set up. But somebody's got to manufacture in a hurry, because now that I'm retired, I can't keep up to all the emails and everything else coming across, but you have to manufacture at scale. So if you're going to do it all, 5 million capex, no problem. And actually, if you made them all out of LSL, LVL, you can make every single stud 24 feet long and then run them through a ready frame division and just whack them off to whatever the stud length that somebody needs to have. You know, when I retired as a finish carpenter, there's nobody left to pick up my shoes. So the only thing that we got or coming in is we have installers more than we have carpenters. So a lot of them don't know how to, well, they probably know how to read a tape measure, but they really don't know how to build. So if you had like Lincoln logs where you told them, you know, J7 goes, and here's your plate marked J7, they just put it right there. That's what a ready frame division does. Cut them, slice them, dice them so that they all fit, okay? And then you want to, like my energy efficiency level, so 50% reduction of BTUs or more, I needed to have a little bit more. So you take this is an R5 foam that I glued up here, okay, on just a plain sheet of OSB. So, but if you have an R10 on the outside and you did this, right, you have double thermal break, double sound breaks, and that's what I have here on my house. And so my house, my utility payment's $45 a month. I have houses all over the country that are done, most of them are done with a flash and bat of some sort, because they want to solve for ACH with a little bit of foam in the wall, and then they blow in a blanket of, I don't care if it's sheep's wool, don't do blue jean material. I don't know what that is. Anyway, lots of good products coming. So we have a whole entire ensemble that's ready, and go smash it out of the park and give yourself an opportunity. So I'm Brian Iverson. Send an email, hello@carbonless.org. I hope I just educated a little bit. Oh, I'm going to tell you one more. See this with that L-shaped flange? You know how they do the bottom plate? They cut this 1 inch off, and then they turn it this way, and they got a bottom plate. When you put spray foam right in here, you just sealed the bottom plate to the wood deck, or I know they can't make this one out of treated, because 2x3 treated, it's like cutting the tendons in your leg. Your leg goes like this. That's what happens with 2x3 treated. But 2x4 treated, this 7 1/4 version, this can all be made out of treated. Cut the flange off and you got a bottom plate. But when you put foam right here, you just solve for ACH at one of the worst spots ever. And do the same thing for the top plate. Do the same dang thing up there. Put your stud in between. Cut that flange off to make it easy to frame. You got it made. And oh, there's probably more. I'll keep on remembering as I go. Okay, I'm Brian Iverson. This is 9 minutes, and you're on the YouTube channel. This will become a subscription-based at some point here in the next 2 weeks. So tell your friends to sign up now.